It's another episode of the High Achieving Female podcast powered by No. And this week is a great one. This time you're going to be listening to Trish Saemann. She is the founder of GoBeyond SEO. She does so much in the space of EQ, about saving money. We're going to learn about Welcome to the High Achieving Female podcast powered by No, where we believe high achieving female leaders deserve to be known. Here, you're going to get the tips, tools, and inspiration you need to network, grow, scale, and balance your business, career, and life.
I am a business and marketing strategist, and I'm also a small business owner. And today, the topic I'm going to talk about is why women need business guidance from other women, which I think is a phenomenal question. And the answer might not be as obvious as you think. So I'm going to just jump right into it and get right into it here. So the first thing that comes to mind for me as to why business women need to get guidance from other business women is because we want to foster a more diverse workplace. If you keep hearing the same answers from the same people who've had similar life experiences, you're really not going to get a fresh lens. And that fresh lens is really important to sponsor innovation. So in addition to not just hearing from guys, but actually hearing from other women and women of different ages, women of different races and different ethnic backgrounds, what you get is this wonderful intersectionality of experience. And women in particular need to be hearing from other women. One, because it also makes them feel a little bit of solidarity. I think that's some necessity as well. But there's other reasons too. Another reason that comes to mind as to why women need business guidance from other women is because unilaterally it feels that women just have a higher EQ. It's not to say that they don't have a high IQ. There's lots of women in tech who do wonderful work, and they're brilliant, analytically minded people. But I don't know if it's cultural or if it's just the way that we're built. But for the most part, women tend to be a bit more emotionally intelligent. So why does that matter? Why does emotional intelligence matter? It matters for a couple of reasons, and two reasons that are super, super important. One, it can actually help with employee retention because your employees are going to feel more valued because that leader is going to value what you do more often. So when you're growing your business and you're learning from another female leader, she is going to emphasize the importance of actually having a relationship with your employees, valuing who they are, not just what they do. Do they have families? Do they have interests? When you value your employees and they feel valued, they last longer, which strictly from a numbers standpoint, if you don't have to train too many new people, you actually don't have to spend as much money. Training people is very expensive. So if you can keep employee retention high, then you can actually keep your costs down. But the other side of it is also part of why we get into business in the first place. And that is to serve our clients and customers. Whether that customer comes in to buy one ice cream cone from you one time, or they are a lifelong consulting client, having emotional intelligence that you can learn and foster when you're getting guidance from other female business leaders and female business owners can actually help your business make more money as well. You have a more successful business when you have your finger on the pulse of not only your employees, but your customer base. So just want to point out that EQ is another one that's super important.
This week's episode of the High Achieving Female podcast is brought to you by the No Global membership. It's time. Get in the room to network with women you want and need to know. Link to join the membership is in the show notes below. And don't forget, you can also claim your freebie today.
Another really important reason is, and this one almost feels like a punchline, and it isn't, but ladies, particularly in our culture, spend more money. So why does that matter? Oh, you're spending your husband's money. No, sisters. We have come to a place and a inflection point in time where we're spending our own money. And I think that's really important to consider. Most consumer products are actually purchased by women. So what does that say? It says that we have tremendous buying power and we also have tremendous influence. So why, when you are speaking to other business owners who are female, they too will reflect back to you, again, kind of dovetails into that EQ as well. We're going to pay attention to what buying power exists within the female consumer. So I feel like that's another one that's super, super important. And let's see, what's another one that I've got here? Yes. Kind of ran into this with a good girlfriend of mine. I was away on what we affectionately refer to as our mastermind trips, but it's gotten to a point where we've masterminded way beyond just work, but into our personal lives as well. But this particular topic came up for work. So she was approached by another person. She's working for one company, and this person wanted to hire her on a retainer basis, and she wasn't really sure how to charge. And boy, does this come up quite a bit. We need guidance from other female business leaders, just like my girlfriend here needed guidance from me and the other people in the mastermind who've owned their own business as to how to negotiate for your worth. How do you do that? How do you quantify your worth? It's tricky, right? But quantifying your worth, whether it's in the form of salary, whether it's in the form of benefits, whether in the form in time or exposure, because this particular person wants to launch some of her artwork. And having that level of influence, she might be able to take a little bit less money so long as she's getting the influence and getting out there the way she needs to. So understanding how to negotiate for your worth is another reason why we should be speaking to female business owners, because historically men will ask for what they want or ask for 30% more of what they think they're worth, just in the hopes that they can get it. And ladies tend to ask for less because culturally we are conditioned to be demure and not necessarily value ourselves the way that we need to. So that one, you got to take that one and run with it. Definitely lean into your other female business leaders and business owners for salary negotiation or retainer negotiation if you're owning your own business, which dovetails into my next one, which is part of the reason why you should be listening to other female business leaders and female business owners is because women are the #1 growing sect of business owners in the United States. And I think globally too, I'll have to check that stat. We own a lot of businesses. Part of the reason why is because when the door wasn't open, we just built one. Don't you just love that? So those are the main reasons why I feel like we should be leaning into our sisters in business and getting guidance from them. And I just want to close with this one final point here. So I've come to an interesting inflection point in my life where I'm in my 40s. So I have women that I'm speaking to who are in their 60s, and they have tremendous experience that they bring and insight and the way things once were, and certain insights that I have found to be exceptionally valuable. But I have also learned from my sisters who are in their 20s. And I feel like sometimes we tend to be a bit too competitive when it comes to, well, you know, she's younger than me, she doesn't know anything, or she's old, she doesn't know what's happening in the world, or she's not cutting edge. The more informed you become, the healthier you become in your business, the more confident you become in your business, the less you see other women as competition, you see them as opportunities to collaborate. The more you recognize your own strengths, the less you have to worry about what other women are doing. You're not sweating them at all. You watch, and I promise you, I don't care what age you are, I don't care what walk of life you're in, you watch the women who are tearing down other women, it's because they're not confident in their own right. The women who are promoting other women are confident on the inside. So if you're feeling a little insecure, lean into your sisters in business, get guidance from them, figure out how to get better, because when you get better from the inside, then it shows up on the outside. And with that, like I said, my name is Trish Saemann, and I hope this is helpful. Take care.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the High Achieving Female Podcast, powered by No, where we believe it's time for high achieving women like you to be seen, heard, and recognized. Until next time, remember, you deserve to be known.